The Prime Minister's 5-month roadmap to recovery will allow outdoor mixing in parks and possibly gardens by Good Friday on April 7. His COVID Operations War Committee meets tomorrow to finalize the plan before it is put in front of his cabinet to be signed off and then unveiled on Monday afternoon. A senior source said the decision to allow families to meet from Easter onwards came as a recognition of how tough these last few weeks and months. There have also been discussions about reintroducing the rule of 6 to allow groups of half a dozen people from different households to meet from Easter too. However, sources say this has not yet been. Decisions about the earliest possible dates for pubs and restaurants to open remain fluid, with Mr. Johnson studying data this weekend, but it looks almost certain to be bad news for anyone desperately needing a hair. Senior sources say the beauty industry still has some time to go before it can the close contact issue means it may be late April before hairdressers can roadmap to recovery. Other treatments, such as waxing and pedicures where contact is inherent, could have to wait even longer. Nothing will happen before March 8 when the PM wants all children to return to schools in one go, across all age groups and areas. Yet those hopes were dashed last night as teaching unions threw yet another spanner. 9 lefty education unions joined forces to slam what they called reckless plans for a blanket return in just over 2 weeks, insisting on they demanded only younger kids go back and older ones stay home longer or there will be a danger of causing another surge in the virus. Both Scotland and Wales have announced a tiered approach, with kids starting back next week and a full return from March 5. But MPs last night told Mr. Johnson to face down the union threats and get youngsters in classrooms as soon as possible. Tory MP Robert Halfon, chair of the Education Committee, said, "We have to get all children learning. The damage being done to mental health, education and life chances is something that's going to carry on every day there." He called on the PM to create a coalition of parents, schools, staff and experts to support getting children back with teachers. Alongside schools returning, people will be able to do more exercise outdoors from next month, with non-essential shops also likely to get in March, at the end of which the lockdown laws expire. Stay-at-home messages are also expected to be lifted across UK and care home visits, but gyms and hospitality will likely have to wait to April. Rule of 6. It could be May before pubs resume indoor service along with the Rule of 6, while the beauty industry and hairdressers, hopefully, will be open full. June should usher in indoor mixing between households and overnight stays may resume, with holidays in the UK, but those sectors facing delays in reopening look set for a budget boost early. And Chancellor Rishi Sunak is to extend the universal credit uplift for 6 more months and the furlough scheme until the business rates relief is also to be extended. Hopes of a quicker easing of the rules were boosted by Professor Neil Ferguson, the leading architect of Britain's lockdown policy, insisting the numbers are looking promising. The Imperial College London scientist added, "The trade-off we have is between how quickly can we relax and how quickly we can immunize and protect the pop." But Mr. Johnson is likely to come under increased pressure to speed up the plan after the Welsh government announced that hairdressers would open in Wales from today. Up to 4 people can exercise outside, up from the current limit. First Minister Mark Drakford has said that next week he will look towards allowing weddings in small numbers, but Wales did go into lockdown 2 weeks before England.